Welcome to our channel, only for seniors, where we bring you life-changing health tips, wellness advice, and trusted knowledge to help you live your best years with strength, joy, and confidence. Today, we're tackling a subject that seems simple on the surface, but carries far more weight than most people realize: fish. Yes, that food many of us grew up with, often recommended by doctors for its heart-healthy omega-3s and brain-protecting nutrients. But here's the shocking truth: not all fish are safe, especially for older adults. In fact, some types of fish that you might see on grocery store shelves or restaurant menus could be silently putting your health at risk. Risks that range from heavy metal poisoning, to dangerous parasites, to heart and kidney strain. And the most surprising part? Many seniors unknowingly eat these fish every single week. So in this video, I'll walk you step by step through the 6 fishes you should never eat at all cost if you're over 60. I'll explain why they're dangerous, how they affect aging bodies differently, and what safer alternatives you can turn to instead. Stay with me until the very end, because number 6 is a fish so common in American diets that it might be sitting in your freezer right now. And yet, it carries hidden dangers that could quietly damage your health without you even realizing it. Alright, let's get started. Why seniors need to be extra careful about fish. Now, before we dive into the list of dangerous fishes, let's understand why seniors, in particular, need to be cautious. As we age, our bodies change. Our metabolism slows, our kidneys and liver don't filter toxins as effectively, and our immune systems grow weaker. That means what a 30-year-old could eat without much consequence might have a completely different effect on someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond. Fish, when it's the right kind, can be fantastic, packed with omega-3 fatty acids that support heart health, reduce inflammation, and even protect memory. But the wrong fish? It can carry high levels of mercury, industrial toxins like PCBs, harmful bacteria, or even dangerous levels of sodium if it's processed. And here's the kicker: these contaminants don't just pass through. In older adults, they can accumulate in the body, leading to memory loss, high blood pressure, kidney strain, weakened bones, or even cancer risk. That's why it's so important to know which fish to avoid completely. Fish number 1, king mackerel, the mercury bomb. Let's start with a fish that looks healthy on the surface but is one of the worst offenders for seniors: king mackerel. Now, don't confuse it with the smaller Atlantic mackerel, which is actually healthy. King mackerel is a large predator fish, and because it sits high up on the food chain, it accumulates very high levels of mercury. Mercury is a toxic heavy metal. In younger people, small amounts may not cause immediate problems, but in seniors, mercury can build up in the blood and tissues, leading to memory issues that mimic dementia, tremors and balance problems that increase fall risk, heart rhythm disturbances that can lead to arrhythmia, kidney strain in people already managing blood pressure. I want you to imagine this: you're sitting down to what looks like a healthy grilled fish dinner, but inside every bite is a hidden toxin that could worsen your memory, weaken your body, and make everyday living harder. That's what king mackerel can do. Better alternative? Stick with sardines, herring, or wild salmon, which are rich in omega-3s but extremely low in mercury. Fish number 2, tilefish, the silent threat. Next on our list is a fish that many seniors have never even heard of: tilefish. But here's the thing: you may have eaten it without realizing it, especially in restaurants. Tilefish is another deep-sea predator with mercury levels so high that the FDA has it on the "do not eat" list for pregnant women and older adults. For seniors, the risks are huge. Mercury in tilefish can trigger or worsen memory decline, neuropathy, or even vision problems. And since many seniors already deal with balance issues, adding a toxin that affects nerves is like throwing fuel on the fire. What's even more concerning? Tilefish isn't always labeled clearly in restaurants. Sometimes it's sold under vague names like whitefish, or even substituted in dishes for cheaper cuts. So my advice? If you see tilefish on a menu, or if you're served an unknown catch of the day that seems suspicious, avoid it altogether. Safer option? Go with trout or wild-caught cod, both of which are much lower in mercury and easier for aging bodies to process. Fish number 3, shark, predator on your plate. Now, most seniors probably aren't eating shark steaks every week. But you'd be surprised, shark meat sometimes sneaks its way into processed fish products, and in some coastal restaurants, it's served as a novelty dish. Here's the danger: shark is one of the absolute worst fish you can eat for mercury. Why? Because sharks live long lives, eat other fish, and accumulate toxic levels of heavy metals in their tissues. For seniors, eating shark isn't just risky, it's dangerous. Mercury from shark meat can damage nerves, cloud memory, and affect mobility. But here's something else you might not know: shark meat also contains high levels of urea, which the body struggles to break down. In seniors with kidney problems, this can be a serious burden. The message is simple: never eat shark. Not even, just to try it once. It's not worth the risk. Fish number 4, farmed catfish, the hidden toxin trap. Now, this one might surprise you. Catfish is a popular dish in parts of the US, especially fried catfish. But the problem isn't the fish itself, it's where it comes from. Farmed catfish, especially from overseas farms in Asia, is often raised in crowded, polluted waters. To keep the fish alive, farmers may use antibiotics, chemicals, and poor quality feed. Those chemicals don't just disappear, they end up in the fish you're eating. For seniors, this can mean digestive problems, liver strain, and increased risk of infections. And if you're already taking prescription medications, the added chemical load can make it even harder for your body to cope. Now, if you absolutely love catfish, the only safe way is to buy US farmed, certified catfish, which is regulated more strictly. But even then, it's better to keep it occasional, not a weekly meal. A better alternative? Try flounder or sole, both of which are mild, delicious, and far safer. Fish number 5, orange roughy, the fish that lives too long. This fish might look harmless, white, flaky, and often sold in grocery stores under the name orange roughy. But it's one of the worst choices for seniors. Here's why: orange roughy can live up to 150 years. Yes, you heard that right, 150 years. And the longer a fish lives, the more toxins it accumulates. By the time it ends up on your plate, an orange roughy has absorbed decades worth of mercury and industrial pollutants. Eating it is like swallowing a lifetime of chemical exposure in one meal. For seniors, this is especially dangerous because it increases the risk of cognitive decline, immune suppression, cardiovascular strain. If you see orange roughy in the store or on a menu, skip it. It's not worth the hidden damage. Instead, choose pollock or haddock, which are mild white fish but much safer. Fish number 6, imported farm tilapia, the shocking truth. And now, we've reached number 6. This one might hit home for a lot of people because it's one of the most popular fish in America, tilapia. It's cheap, it's easy to cook, and it's sold everywhere. But here's the shocking truth: most tilapia in US grocery stores is imported from overseas farms, particularly from China. And those farms? They often raise tilapia in crowded, unsanitary ponds, feeding them scraps and even animal waste. To keep the fish alive, antibiotics and chemicals are dumped into the water. The result? A fish that's low in omega-3s, high in unhealthy omega-6s, and often contaminated with residues you do not want in your body. For seniors, eating this kind of tilapia regularly can actually increase inflammation, worsen arthritis, and strain the immune system. Here's the scary part: many seniors think they're making a healthy choice by choosing tilapia. But in reality, it's doing more harm than good. If you love tilapia, the only safe option is US farm tilapia certified by the USDA. Otherwise, replace it with wild Alaskan salmon, sardines, or trout. Wrapping it all together. So there you have it, the 6 fishes seniors should never eat at all cost. King mackerel, tilefish, shark, farmed catfish, orange roughy, imported farm tilapia. Each one carries hidden dangers that can affect memory, heart health, kidneys, or immunity in ways that seniors simply can't afford to risk. But here's the good news: there are plenty of safe, delicious, and nutritious alternatives. Wild salmon, sardines, trout, haddock, cod, and pollock are all excellent choices that give you the omega-3s and lean protein your body needs, without the dangerous toxins. So the next time you're at the grocery store or sitting in a restaurant, remember this list. Your health, your independence, and your golden years are worth protecting. Thank you for joining us today on Only for Seniors. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a loved one. You never know, you might save someone's health just by passing along this information. Until next time, take care of your body, eat wisely, and always remember, your best years can still be ahead of you.